Tracy Lingle with My Chow Line. Join us as we serve up dishes that are sure to please. We also will hear a story from a veteran about service and food. Here we are, it's summertime, it's hot, humid, muggy. So summertime activities usually want something cool, crisp. So we're gonna do a take on chicken salad. So I'm gonna smoke up 2 chickens. I'm gonna do a beer can chicken, so that way you can have, you can see that's a way of cooking chicken as well, but then we're gonna shred it up, chop it up, and then we're gonna mix it into 2 types of chicken salad. So I'm gonna do a traditional chicken salad, and then I'm gonna do a buffalo chicken salad. So be great options for the summertime by the pool, out at the beach, out at the lake, wherever it is. You know, you could have a sandwich on some crackers with some chips. You can take it to a backyard party, whatever, and you can use any chicken that you want, whether it's oven or not, but I'm going to smoke it because I like adding a little smoke flavor to the meat, give it a different texture of flavor, or not texture, give it a different depth of flavor. So join us as we get into it. All right, so we're gonna pat our chickens dry. Just get some of that extra moisture off. You wanna soak up any of this in the pan too, because we're gonna season in this pan so that way because we gotta let them sit for a little bit. And the flies are just as bad here as they are in Florida. Oh my goodness. It must be something to do with the summertime. I have no idea why. I've never seen them this bad here in Georgia, but they know the food's out, so I got a fan going to try to keep them off, but we'll see how well that works. If you watched the last video, you saw I spatchcocked the chickens for smoking them. This time we're gonna do a beer can chicken. We're gonna be using some Yingling, and then we're gonna season these up differently. So I'm gonna do the one I'm gonna use for the buffalo, I'm gonna use the Claymore, grill your ass off, Cajun seasonings. And on the other one that's gonna be traditional, I'm going with the Platoon Sergeant, SPG, basically salt, pepper, garlic, blend from Grill Your Ass Off. We're gonna season inside. We're gonna lift the skin up a little bit, since the skin will come off for this once we're done cooking it, and you won't have the skin in your chicken salad. So we're gonna try to get some under the skin a little bit, and then you want to coat the outside of the chicken really good. Go ahead and flip this over first. Do the back first. You want to get the top, and you could take your finger, run it underneath the skin, create a cavity. You just don't want to rip the skin and tear holes in it. You want to get it separated from the meat, because what's going to happen as it cooks, that skin will tighten up. So you're just going to create a little pocket, get some of those flavors down inside there. Oh yeah, down inside the center. All right, we'll let that sit. Now we're going to do the salt, pepper, garlic one. You might get a little cross-contamination with the seasonings doing them like this, but that's okay. The skin's, like I said, the skin's not staying on when we do our chicken salad. This salt, pepper, garlic is just a great all-around seasoning for lots of stuff. I love it. It uses the big chunks of salt. I love that. So now that we've got those covered and seasoned up, we're going to cover them with foil and let them sit while we start our fire. All right, so our grill's up to temperature. We got our chickens. They've been sitting here resting, seasoning up, all that stuff. We got our beer. We're going to take and slide the cans inside, set them on the grill in the smoker there. And I'm going to be using my Chef IQ thermometers to keep track of the temperatures so we can keep up with where they're at. Let's get them on. Got to taste it a little bit. You don't want these going on super full because they'll boil over, but so you want to take a little sip off the top. You don't have to use beer, You can take a Coke can, empty it out, and fill it with water, apple cider vinegar, some seasonings, Worcestershire sauce, stuff like that to get some aroma, get some stuff in there. It's mainly just for moisture inside the chicken while it cooks, because it's gonna keep steaming it from the inside. But beer does add some flavor to it, so we'll get it on. I want to thank today's sponsors, Grill Your Ass Off Seasonings. Go to grillyourassoff.com/mychowline or use mychowline at checkout to save 10% off merch, seasonings, supplies for cooking and grilling. They have beer salts, they have salsas, they have sauces, seasonings, cups, towels, spatulas, hats, you name it, they've got it. So check it out. mychowline at checkout, 10% off. Another sponsor for today's video, armedforces.press, focuses on military journalism. Tell you all the stories happening in the military, good and bad, no hype, all truth. Also want to shout out Horse Soldier Bourbon, Warfighter Tobacco, great products, veteran-owned companies, veteran-run companies. Check them out, Warfighter Tobacco, Horse Soldier Bourbon. All right, so I've got the chickens on, got my Chef IQ probes in, and we are going to run these low and slow in the smoker here. You see right now we're about 250 degrees. We're going to try to keep it between 250 and 300 degrees until they're cooked all the way through. All right, so now comes the part of the time where I tell you a story. I'm going to tell you about a friend of mine, Jenn Davis. I'm going to have some Horse Soldier. This is the last of the 80th D-Day edition that I have. This is left over from when Jen and my wife and I got it from down in Palatka for the 4th of July weekend. We got a bottle and we were sharing it, and this is the last bit of it, so this is fitting that it goes to you. I would be having a Warfighter Tobacco cigar, but I don't have one right now. I'm waiting on some to come in, so here we go. All right, I share a story to keep the stories alive, to tell you about other veterans and what they're doing, what they've done. So, Jen, it's for you. Jen joined because her great uncle, PFC Harry Lewis, was KIA. He was first Cav Division in Korea. She joined because of her uncle Ray, first Cav, her uncle Gary, who was also first Cav, and Uncle Teddy, who served from the Gulf War through the GWAT. Her Aunt Mary, who's currently serving, her Uncle Stevie and Uncle Mark, and grandfathers, Howard Geigler, and my dear Grandpa Fred from World War II. She enlisted in the Army in August 2002 and was a 14 Juliet, which is Air Defense Artillery, for those of you who don't know. She says, "I will never forget the day I told my grandpa Fred I was enlisting. He dropped to his knees and with tears in his eyes said, 'Jenny, please don't go.' You see, he was part of the greatest generation and saw many untold things. World War II, many other things. And part of the reason why she got into jumping with round canopy parachute team and jumping around canopies to honor him and his service in World War II. And she wants to continue to do that until she's too old to do so. She attended basic training at Fort Lost My Wood, Missouri, as she puts it, which is Fort Leonard, or at Fort Lost in the Woods, as some of us refer to it as well. Her AIT was at Fort Bliss, Texas. Her first duty station was Fort Hood, where she was assigned to the 1st Cav Division, or the 1st Cav Division, 4th Battalion Renegade, 5th Air Defense Artillery Delta Dogs, Battery Willing and Able. In 2003, she was part of Operation Noble Eagle, a joint Homeland Security mission in D.C., and was the only female operator on mission. She was medically retired in 2004 and worked for 7 years to waive a medical retirement to re-enlist in the Army Reserves out of Conroe, Texas. Now, she's got some other things that she wants to talk about as well. Part of the reason for her food stuff. She said, "It's well known to those I serve with that I did not touch Army food, nor would eat any MREs. If I have to eat an MRE, I eat one of 4 items, one of which is lemon pound cake. She won't tell me the others. Those are secret, but it's only a few items." Jenn now spends her time running her nonprofit organization called Renegade Professionals, or RPG. RPG is dedicated to connecting active service members and veterans with clinics specializing in treatments for PTSD, addiction, and other mental health services. She also is on the board of several other nonprofits as well, including My Chow Line, where she is our Director of Strategic Partnerships and Marketing. Jenn is a force to be reckoned with. Love her to death. She's doing some great things, trying to connect as many people with services that can help them get through whatever trauma, whatever addiction, whatever issues they might be facing from service or from right after service. She's working on a couple of projects to help different veteran organizations out, as well as reach out through other partnerships, through other nonprofits. She's a member of Women in Defense. She's got numerous ones that she works with, and she's just always on the go. She's staying busy. But, you know, getting the help you need isn't as hard as you think it is. There are organizations out there like Renegade Professionals, Round County Parachute Team, My Chow Line, Wounded Warrior, I just blanked. I had a brain fart. Oh my goodness. Wounded Warrior Abilities Ranch. Wow, that was words. Words are hard. Numerous organizations out there. The VA has lists. There's plenty of places out there. Don't let the hard days win. Till Valhalla, another great organization. I mean, get active in an organization. Get your mind off of off the hard stuff. Find ways to busy yourself and open up. Share stories. Share stories of those that you've lost, of your story of your loss, and don't go through it alone. We're here. We want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. If you have a story you would like to share, you can remain anonymous if you'd like, but send it to mychowline at gmail.com. I want your stories. I want to share them with everyone. I'll be sensitive. You can put in as much detail or as little detail as you want. If you want to share the story of your buddy or your family member who has gone through the service, let me know. Share the story with me. I will share it here for you and your family to have it for time to come. So I want to thank you. Thank you, Jenn, for what you're doing for veterans, what you're doing for our non-profit, or My Chow Line. Cheers to you. One more thing. My Chow Line has a website, mychowline.com. Check it out. Take a look at these. They look awesome. We'll go ahead and pull these probes out. We're done with those. But you can see the color on the color difference just in the salt and pepper and garlic and the claymore. You got that nice good red color. Get some good color on it. Man, this looks amazing. So we're gonna let these rest in this foil pan. We'll take them off the cans. Because they're a little too hot to try and peel all the meat off of right now. But man, they are juicy. Woo, they're hot. Hot, hot, hot. All right. Cheers. We'll wrap this up with foil and let it rest. Then we'll shred it, chop it. We'll go ahead and get our vegetables done. Get ready to mix up our stuff for our chicken salads. All right, so what we have here is our vegetables and our mayonnaise mixture that we're gonna be adding for the, that we're gonna add the chicken to make the chicken salad. This is a basic plain version. You can go as fancy as you want. You can add other stuff like grapes and raisins and all that other junk that you want. We're going plain Jane simple. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of these chickens and shred it up, and we're gonna break it up and put it in here, mix it up with the mayonnaise. We're gonna add some more seasoning to it. The mayonnaise portion is basically a small jar, about yay big, of mayonnaise in each one of these. The one with the claymore chicken is gonna get the buffalo wing sauce, and you're gonna mix it till it gets a good coverage. You can add as much mayonnaise or as little mayonnaise as possible. You just want a little bit of coat on everything, not a lot, because some people don't like a ton of mayonnaise. But it's just to help bind it together and make it that way when you spread it out on a sandwich or whatever, it's gonna be good. So we're gonna start shredding this chicken and put it in here and mix it up. We'll go from there. Now remember, we're taking the skin off. Just gonna take this breast, take the boobie out. Nice moist breast meat right there. Traditionally, this is done with just breast meat, but I will probably add some thighs and stuff in here with it as well. One, because I like to use up all the meat, and I like the flavor of the darker meat anyway. This chicken would be good on its own. So you can do it beer can chicken and just have it like a rotisserie chicken. And that's another thing you can do too, is if you're in a hurry and you don't have time to smoke it, go get you a rotisserie chicken and make a salad with it. But I find it tastes much better if you cook the chicken yourself. If your chicken doesn't fall apart like this, you didn't cook it long enough on the smoker. You're looking for an internal temperature. I try to go at least 190. 180 is what they tell you to do. I try to go higher than that, because that's when all the stuff starts breaking down. You get about 195, 200. Remember, it'll keep cooking as you pull it off. All right. So now, take a little bit more of the salt, pepper, garlic. You don't go crazy, but and then you just mix this up. We have celery, red onion. It's 1.5 red onions and a whole bundle of celery minus the small hearts. And then once you get this thing mixed up real good, and you can add more mayonnaise or less depending on your preference. I like the crunch, that's why we have more onion and celery. Helps make a filler. You guys add more fruit to it if you wanted to. I'm not a big fruit guy in chicken salad, but that's what you're looking for. Now we're going to stick that in the fridge and let that chill. We do the same thing with the buffalo. And we're going to take some of this Sweet Baby Ray's. All right, and we're going to mix it up just like the other one. Cover it, get it in the fridge, let it chill. All right, well, we have our chicken salads here. Remember, we used the Claymore Cajun seasoning from Grill Your Ass Off for our Sweet Baby Ray's mild buffalo sauce mixture. On this one, I've got some nice blue cheese on top, and this is our straight up salt, pepper, garlic. I added a little bit of Dijon mustard for a bite, not much, maybe 2 tablespoons into the big bowl. Mixed it up just to give it a little bit of a bite. So check it out. I'm gonna have a pop open a Yingling. Cheers. All right, so let's try the original. Got some good flavor there. Got salt, pepper, garlic. I mean, that's just a good chicken salad. Crunch. On a sweet Hawaiian roll. Man, that's good. Maybe a pickle for a little bit more would be nice. That's really good. Great summer treat. Nice and cool. Great for making a sandwich. Take a bowl of it with you with some crackers or some chips. Wow, that's good. Cleans the palate. Now for what I assume will be the good one here. Got a little bite to it, I'm sure. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's good. It's got heat on the backside, but it's got the creaminess from the mayonnaise and the seasonings, the spices. You can taste the salt, the pepper, the garlic, the paprika, and all the stuff that's in the Cajun seasoning. You can taste that, and then I get a little funk of the blue cheese. Oh man. So, you're looking for something tasty, cool this hot summer? Try this out. Next time you're out hanging out by the pool, whatever, you can fix it up. It'll keep for 4 days or so. You can make this ahead of time, so if you got some time, something else on the grill, throw a chicken on or two, make a batch of this stuff up, and serve it up to the kids, the family. Man, that's good for lunch right there. Out on the boat. You guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us, cooking with us. Check out my other YouTube channel videos. Check us out on Instagram. If you have a story that you'd like me to share on this channel, go to mychowline@gmail.com and send that to me. Okay? mychowline@gmail.com. Again, thank you guys so much for sticking around for the video. I'll get back to y'all next week.